Welcome to the third session of the Career Ready curriculum. My name is Hannah and I'll be taking you through the 4 parts of this training programme designed to support young people as they prepare to join the workforce. A quick reminder of what will be covered in these sessions. In our first session, we kicked things off by focusing on goal setting and explored how you can set clear and achievable goals for your career. In our second session, we covered how to reflect and build on your personal brand. Today, we will be talking about job applications. This session will cover how to write a professional CV and how to write a persuasive cover letter. This should equip you with the tools you need to make a strong impression on potential employers. Last but not least, session 4 will focus on the all-important interview stage. We'll provide practical hints and tips to help you prepare effectively, ensuring you're ready to shine when it's time to showcase your skills and experience to prospective employers. The Career Ready curriculum includes quizzes, opportunities for reflection and time for practice. Whether you prefer to participate solo or enlist a friend to bounce ideas off each other, both approaches are perfectly okay. Today, we're going to be focusing on job applications. Applying for jobs can be an exciting process, but it can also be daunting, especially if you are applying for a job for the first time. Before we dive in, it's crucial to recognise that every job application is unique, and every job and company will have a slightly different recruitment process. While the specifics may vary, there are fundamental elements common to nearly all job applications: a CV and a cover letter. These two components serve as your initial introduction to potential employers, offering a glimpse into your skills, experiences, and personalities. Getting these elements right can significantly enhance your chances of standing out from other applicants. A CV is a short document that highlights your education, work experience, and skills. Your CV is your chance to show why you're the right person for the job. In this section, we'll focus on the structure of a CV and the basics of what you should include and avoid. Don't worry if this feels abstract at this point. We'll look at some examples later which will help bring this to life. So, first things first, your CV should be short, ideally between 1 to 2 pages. Keeping it concise is essential to grab the attention of busy hiring managers and ensure clarity and focus on your key qualifications. A concise CV demonstrates respect for the reader's time, encourages tailored applications, and increases the likelihood of making a positive impression. So what should you include in your CV? It might sound obvious, but start your CV with your name, phone number, and email address. This will make it a lot easier for an employer to contact you should they wish to offer you an interview. You can also include the link to your LinkedIn profile or personal website if relevant. Next, follow your contact information with a brief professional summary or objective statement. This section should introduce yourself to your employer, highlight your key skills, experiences, and career goals in a concise manner. For example, motivated and compassionate individual with a background in caregiving and recent COVID volunteering experience, eager to transition into a healthcare role. Possessing strong interpersonal skills and a genuine desire to make a positive impact on other people's lives, I am committed to providing high-quality patient care and support. After your professional summary, you should list your educational background in reverse chronological order, starting with your most recent degree or qualification. Include the name of the institution, degree obtained or currently pursuing, graduation date if applicable, and any relevant academic achievements or honours. After your education section, you should include a detailed list of your work experience. Detail your work history, again in reverse chronological order, starting with your most recent or current position. Include the name of the company or organisation, your job title, dates of employment, and a description of your key responsibilities and accomplishments in each role. If there are particular things you did that are relevant to the role you're applying for, Make sure to include them. Finally, your CV should highlight the relevant skills and competencies that align with the job you're applying for. This could include technical skills, soft skills, which are about your attitude, behaviour and how you approach different situations, languages spoken, certifications or any other abilities that are relevant to the position. So now that we've covered what a good CV should include, what should it avoid? Firstly, personal details. You don't have to provide information such as your age, marital status, or religion. Keeping your CV free from these details helps to ensure a fair and unbiased consideration during the hiring process. Avoid unprofessional email addresses. Ensure your email address is appropriate for a job application, steering clear of any unprofessional handles. If in doubt about whether an email address is professional and appropriate, just stick to your name. Avoid irrelevant work experience. Keep your CV focused by excluding or briefly mentioning unrelated work experiences. Highlight only those that showcase relevant skills and achievements for the job you're applying for. Finally, avoid lies or exaggerations. You should be honest and accurate when describing your qualifications and experiences. Whilst it might be tempting to embellish your skills or experience, avoid doing this as it can damage your credibility and you don't want to be caught out at the interview stage. Here are some tips for writing your CV. First things first, pick a simple design and clear layout. Opt for a clean and professional design that makes it easy for hiring managers to navigate your CV. A simple layout with clear headings and bullet points helps highlight your key qualifications and experiences effectively. By presenting your information in a clear and organised manner, you make it easier for employers to quickly grasp your suitability for the role. Secondly, research your employer. Before writing your CV, take the time to research the company you're applying to. Understanding their values, mission and culture can help tailor your CV to align with their expectations and demonstrate your fit for the role. Tailoring your CV to the specific employer shows your genuine interest and dedication, increasing your chances of making a good impression. Thirdly, update work experience to reflect the desired qualifications. Tailor your work experience section to emphasize the skills and achievements most relevant to the job you're applying for. Integrate keywords and phrases from the job posting to align with the employer's requirements and demonstrate your suitability for the role. By showcasing how your past experiences align with the desired qualifications, you increase the likelihood of being considered for the position. Finally, proofread carefully. Before submitting your CV, thoroughly proofread it to ensure it's free from errors and typos. Mistakes in your CV can detract from your professionalism and attention to detail, potentially harming your chances of being shortlisted for an interview. Taking the time to carefully review your CV demonstrates your commitment to presenting yourself in the best possible light and enhances your credibility as a candidate. You can also ask a friend to do this for you. Now we have covered what a good CV should include and tips for writing and tailoring your CV for the job you're applying for, let's test what you've learned with a short quiz. What's wrong with this CV? In the next section, we will look at 3 example CVs. Pause the video at each example and see if you can identify what's wrong with the CV on screen and what the applicant could do to improve or rectify their mistake. First up, we have Quentin, who is applying to be a receptionist. Can you tell at first glance what is wrong with his CV? If you're struggling, revisit the section on tips for writing a CV. You might have guessed it, the font is not right for a CV. Using the wrong font is a good way to undermine an otherwise great CV. In terms of structure, Quentin has clear contact details, a personal statement, and a work experience section. However, he has used an overly cursive, boxy, or decorative font that can be off-putting to employers because they're difficult to read and can make an application look unprofessional. If in doubt, Arial or Times New Roman are good fonts to use. These are widely accepted in professional settings as they are easy to read. Next, we have Jermaine Twist, who is a digital marketing specialist. Pause the video. What is wrong with this CV? Here we have the spell checker's nightmare. Typos and spelling errors are arguably the easiest CV mistakes to avoid, but they're also among the most common. In a 2022 study of 147,000 UK CVs, over 60% contained at least one spelling mistake, which is an extra reason to thoroughly check your applications before sending them to employers. In a competitive job market, employers can be picky about which candidates to push through to the interview stage, and spelling mistakes can make your CV look sloppy and suggest you might have poor attention to detail. Make sure you take the time to proofread, and extra points if you ask a friend to do a proofread for you too. Finally, let's look at the CV of Chelsea Knightsbridge. This one is a bit more difficult. To try and identify what's wrong with this CV, pay attention to the content. The all cliche and no content. Whilst enthusiastic, motivated, and team player might sound like great qualities for a job applicant, Chelsea doesn't say anything specific about her achievements, experience, or how she will benefit the employer if they hire her. What does an expert at pushing boundaries mean? What are the game-changing results she delivered? How will she make waves in a public relations role? It's important to be specific and give examples in your CV to make sure you're demonstrating your credibility and why they should hire you. Bonus points go to anyone who noticed the email address. chelsea.babe@gmail is not a professional email address. When applying for a job, you may also be asked to write a cover letter. A cover letter is a personalised document accompanying your CV that introduces you to a potential employer and highlights why you're the ideal candidate for the job. It offers you the opportunity to expand upon your CV, providing insights that may not be evident from your CV alone. Let's look at what to include in a cover letter. Firstly, address the cover letter to the hiring manager or recruiter by name if possible. If you're unsure of their name, use a general greeting, such as Dear Hiring Manager. Begin with a friendly yet professional introduction, stating the position you're applying for and where you found the job listing. Also explain why you're interested. Express your genuine enthusiasm for the opportunity and briefly explain why the role interests you. This could include your passion for the industry, the company's mission, or how the position aligns with your career aspirations. Next, you want to highlight specific skills, experiences, and achievements that demonstrate your suitability for the job. Focus on transferable skills gained from past experiences, such as part-time jobs, internships, volunteering, or caregiving responsibilities. Provide examples of how you've demonstrated these skills in practical situations. We will do an exercise in a moment to help you brainstorm examples that you could use in a cover letter. You also want to demonstrate your understanding of the company's values, culture, and mission. Explain why you believe you'd be a good fit for the organisation and how your background aligns with their goals. This could include mentioning any relevant experiences or skills that resonate with the company's ethos. Conclude your cover letter with a strong closing statement reaffirming your interest in the position and enthusiasm for the opportunity. Express your eagerness to further discuss how you can contribute to the company during an interview. Finally, you can find example cover letters and templates on our website at mutualventures.co.uk/career-ready. To help you brainstorm what to include in your cover letter and identify examples, consider the following exercise. First, make a list of your key skills and strengths. Second, look at the job description and highlight the skills and strengths that the employer has identified as important for the job. The next step of the exercise is to match your top skills and strengths with those identified in the job description. Finally, identify specific examples or anecdotes that illustrate those top 3 skills or strengths. The first step of the exercise is understanding and prioritising your skills and strengths. Skills are what you do well, for example, attention to detail, leadership skills, or problem-solving skills. Strengths are what you are. For example, you might be reliable, self-motivated, and well-organised. You can pause the video at this point to reflect on your key skills and strengths. Next, look at the job description and highlight the skills and strengths that the employer has highlighted as important. Here is an example of a job description. If you prefer, you can use the job description of a job you want to apply for instead. Take some time now to make a list of the key skills and strengths this employer has highlighted as important. This job description identifies a number of skills and strengths as important for the role. Let's talk through a few together. Sometimes the skills are referenced explicitly. For example, are you sharp on detail, creative, and intellectually curious? Steep and rewarding learning curve shows that they're looking for a candidate who is able to learn quickly. There are also a number of references to working with people and a team environment, which suggests it is crucial that the candidate is people-oriented. Finally, references to the requirements to be determined, self-motivated, and ambitious suggest that the candidate would need to have a strong work ethic to succeed in this role. There are many more skills and strengths you could draw from this job description, so don't worry if you identified different ones. Our next step is to take this job description and think about how your strengths and skills could match. Thinking about the skills and strengths required by the employer and the ones you identified for yourself, take a few minutes to identify the most valuable skills you could bring to this position and company. It might be helpful to discuss this with a friend. Remember, you don't need to have all the skills required, but you should be able to demonstrate your skills and strengths are well matched to the role. Finally, think about examples of the top 3 skills or strengths that you have identified. You can use this table to document your examples and relevant experience. This will be helpful when it comes to writing your cover letter and demonstrating exactly how you are a good fit for the role and company. Thank you for watching the 3rd session of the Career Ready curriculum on job applications. Crafting a standout CV and cover letter is your opportunity to make a memorable impression on potential employers. By following the guidelines and tips provided in this video, you'll be able to write a CV and cover letter that effectively showcases your skills, experiences, and enthusiasm for the roles you're applying for. Always remember to tailor your application to each job opportunity. Research the company and highlight your most relevant qualifications. Keep your documents concise, professional, and error-free to maximize your chances of success. While the job search process can be challenging, it's important to stay persistent, resilient, and open to learning and growth. Every application and interview experience is an opportunity to refine your skills and showcase your unique strengths. The 4th and final video is focused on the interview stage. To watch this and access our other learning resources, including example and template CV and cover letters, visit our website at mutualventures.co.uk/career ready. Thank you.